don't know what's going on here.
The TV's doing something to you. Let me see.
Oh my goodness!
What's that?
Who's joining us?
Hey guys, thought I might crash your little watch party. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm looking at I don't know if you're synced up with me, but I'm looking at you and Ma Kent at the what are you gonna do? What's your plan?
Oh nice, in the cemetery?
Yeah, are you gonna like maybe get a job at a newspaper?
Oh, something like that. Somewhere I can keep my ear to the ground.
Something like that. That's right. Oh yeah, and then this baby Clark and his baby Clark and his dog. That was me running around the yard with trying to get that dog not to bite me on the ankles when I was running. He was biting me a little bit. He's biting the kid, which is pretty funny. Just, I mean, not hard, but just enough where he's
like hurting. Yeah.
Not like no blood was shed, but it was enough to like. He kept going like, "Can someone tell this dog I'm trying to do my thing here?" And the dog keeps attacking me. And I was like, "Oh, it's cool. It looks great."
Right.
But yeah, it's fun. Yeah. Well, it's good to see. How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I thought I might show you guys where I've been hanging my cape for the past few months. I'm good. I'm just working through isolation really, and using things like this to entertain myself.
Oh, nice. Oh, sorry. I was like one of my favorite shots of the tie. Remember, we had to put a wire. So we had Henry on like some sort of rig, and then we put a wire in his tie so it could stay flapping because I really wanted to get that flapping tie shot. I can remember you going like, "Geez, okay, fine." Yeah,
you kept coming back, like, no. How about now? How about now? We just tilt it just a little bit, and I was like, really? How is it not flapping anyway? But, yeah, it's that was we were on a bike for some of those shots, but then we were on a special rig for others where I wasn't even. Yeah. Right?
Then you were just really on the bike for some of them, and we had we had this really kind of hilarious like fixie, those kind of hipster fixie bicycles, and we thought it would be really easy. And like it was like I guess it was set like in like 8 gears, so like then it'd be like, could you guys give me a bike that's easy to ride for God's sake?
Yeah, there was some hills, those up to big bridges, and I was like, really? Can I get a real bike? Does Clark have to be this cool?
Oh, the glasses here.
Oh yeah, the glasses. This is the first glasses. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we went
Welcome
through quite
to
a few
the planet.
glasses.
Look at what does that mean? Welcome to that Man of Steel. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. That was fun.
It was actually a lot of fun to watch that again. It's been a while, and I do really like that movie.
Yeah, I love that.
A lot of fun memories.
What was your favorite scene to shoot, Henry?
Favorite scene to shoot.
Sounds like a reporter.
Yeah. My favorite scene to shoot, I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say to shoot because I have fond memories of shooting all the scenes. That was a massive part of my life and a big fulcrum point. But I think what I loved watching the most was that really cool moment where Soups gets up after being floored by the world engine and then just slowly standing up through the gravity beam and then just nails it. That turned out really, really cool. But there are so many cool scenes in the movie. It's tough to pick just one.
Yeah, that's an amazing. I agree. That's an amazing scene. I really love it. So
yeah. How about yours, Debbie? Zach, what was your favorite scene to shoot?
My favorite scene to shoot, I think, although it was also the hardest, was the Smallville battle. I think that was the most exciting to see all that stuff happen. But I also remember it was like 100 and like some odd degree. It was really hot. And it was hot for me, but you guys were all in those suits. And I remember the cooling system that we had to stick in because, it was dangerous. At one point, we had to keep you guys cool. But it was just exciting to see that come to life and to be in this town.
I think it was literally 100 degrees, and you guys were in basically wetsuits. I remember one time Henry had his suit, and he pulled the sleeve of his suit, and sweat,
just
AKA
gushing out.
A garden hose of sweat poured out, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's
It was very, very hot. I remember everyone trying to usher me into air-conditioned rooms in between setups and takes, and I was like, guys, I've got to stay one temperature. If you keep on getting me cool, it's going to be miserable for me every time I go back into the heat.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like pneumonia next time I walk up there. Yeah, it's cool. It was like it was a version of like, you know, you were like Swedish. You know how if you go from a sauna to the snow, but it was in reverse. In reverse.
Yeah, that was a fun sequence actually. How long did that sequence take? It was a while.
The Smallville sequence, I think, was a week. We shot for a week of just fighting. Yeah, it was intense.
By the way,
it might have been more.
And the town was so great too, because they had to shut down.
Yeah, they let us pretty much.
Plano. Yeah.
Yeah, destroy that town. That was good.
No, and then I think they were happy because afterwards, I think a lot of people came to the town because they wanted to see
I think for a while there was a museum, like a museum. I mean, it's cool. It's called that, but I don't know.
A thing. Yeah, a building.
It was great.
It had artifacts in it, really important artifacts.
They were so friendly, and I remember the police department and fire department. They were so helpful.
Oh yeah, I had my Plano police department.
I remember driving to work every day. Well, I didn't drive, but being driven to work every day, and there were kryptonite cookie signs and stuff at all the farms, and that was a nice touch. That made us all feel really at home there. So thank you, Plano.
It was beautiful. By the way, it was beautiful. You remember the cicadas when we shot at the farm? They were so loud. I remember we had like it was just so loud, all the sounds. I remember all the production problems. The sound got ruined.
I was good. Oh yeah, the sound totally did get ruined.
We had to ADR all of that.
Because it was like cricket and the bad cicada. Anyway,
I don't know, that was pretty good, Zach.
Thank you. I'm known for my cicada imitation. I sometimes asked to do it at parties all the time, and I'm like, guys, it's embarrassing. I'm so good at it. I was going to do some Q&A with some fans, but you're here. Do you want to?
Hey, yeah, I'm in.
You want to join in and hear some of these?
I think we have some people that we can have join our Zoom here.
Cool.
Henry, what was it like for you when you put on the suit after it was made for the first time? What was that moment like for you?
Difficult to forget. I'll say that much. It was a bit of I remember putting it on for the screen test, and I think Zach, you sent me a picture of the Polaroid, the literal Polaroid of someone, you taking a picture of me or someone taking a picture of me, and that moment when I stepped outside for the first time, and it all been so hush hush, everything had been kept under wraps, and you know, everyone was you know, walking around behind closed doors, and then I stepped outside and everyone kind of turned and looked, and you had that moment where I didn't feel ridiculous. It felt empowering. It was a remarkable experience. It was something which I will never forget, because if you told me as a kid that one day someone's going to put you in a skin-tight blue outfit and you're going to stand in front of a whole bunch of people and they're going to take pictures, I would probably dread that day. But because there happened to be an S shield on the chest, and there's something which lives in our psyche down to pop culture and what Superman represents, that carried an extra magic in that moment and made it something really, really special for me.
You know, and when Henry came out of the trailer in that suit, and all of our, you know, we had a small crew to shoot the test shot, and those gruff dudes like turned around and looked at him. I was like, oh geez, what's it gonna be?
Just gonna go.
You know, they were like badass, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really? They were like, that's badass, bro. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's okay. That's good. Whew.
Zach, I've got a question for you, if I may.
Yeah.
Jor-El's AI consciousness construct, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
How complete is that? How advanced is the Kryptonian technology, in the sense that, is that consciousness capable of love?
I don't think so. In my mind, it was like he kind of had to load what he believed to be what a grown-up version of himself would need. I mean, I think it's super complex, but I don't know that it is a complete person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and the reason why I say that is because I don't want I think it undercuts a little bit of Jor-El's sacrifice if he
He's still like,
snuck
hey, still
his
good.
consciousness into a thumb drive and tucked it onto the ship and said like,
probably should have done that for my
sorry,
wife.
Laura.
Damn
Sorry,
it.
Laura. I'm out of here. You know, but I do believe as like, I think about it like he's like a diary that he wrote to his son, right? Like a love letter, like a love letter to his son.
Okay.
So that when he got there to Earth or whatever and finally came full circle, that he would be able to like, it's like, you know, you're in the attic of your house and you find this letter your father wrote you when like, to my adult son, read when you're, you know, 40. And you open it and you read it and you're like, oh my God. That's kind of how I imagine the Jor-El AI.
Okay, so it carries the message of love, but itself is not capable of love.
I think so.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
When will you release the Snyder Cut?
There it is. There it is.
Yes. There it is.
Is it actually releasing?
Yeah, when will I release it?
Don't cut the stream this time.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Look, you know, the truth is, you know, I'm not 100%, you know, me personally, I'm not really, and I've said it before, I'm not really in control of it necessarily, right? Like, I mean, I've said it exists and I've been very clear with my, like, what I did with it, you know, and, but that, you know, it's not really up to me per se. If it was up to me, I would have probably already like left it on a thumb drive in a bathroom somewhere. And
yeah, because you know people like picking up thumb drives in bathrooms and putting it down.
Well, not anymore. In the
typical scenario.
What else do you do with your Saturday night?
Yeah, things not to
Someone would be
do.
putting
101.
Pharrell all over
Yeah.
it.
Is there a true story there somewhere?
About the thumb drive in the bathroom?
Yeah, guys, whoever's listening, do not pick up any thumb drives you find in bathrooms.
Yeah,
That is
this is not.
Well, try it out. Well, you know.
not a
I'm not
situation.
suggesting this as you go forward. This is not. Yeah, everyone's like going. Okay, go to the look. Let's go see what's in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
there's going to be a news story about that.
Yeah.
People go in the bathroom.
Yeah, looking for thumb drives.
Looking for thumb drives.
And also, I promise you, I did not put that. Don't pick the one that's in there up, because that's not mine. So whatever's on that one is not something you want to see, probably. But yeah, so like, look, I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Henry? It's a hard question.
I don't know. For me, I mean, having just watched Man of Steel, this for me was such a big moment because I remember when that first trailer dropped, which I hadn't been privy to beforehand, and I just saw it with everyone else. And I remember exactly what I was going through in my life at the time. I remember where I was, remember who I watched it with, and then I watched it about 1,500 times after that. And that whole experience of shooting the movie was a life changer for me. The whole experience of the press tour, watching the movie, it was definitely a fulcrum point which changed my life from what it was then to what people perceive now as, you know, being famous or whatever it is. And that was a massive shift for me. And I remember so much of it in very, very exacting detail and with all of the emotions in touch. I mean, I was going through a lot at the time as well, sort of aside from the work stuff. But it was for me a massive journey, and I loved watching it. I still love watching that movie, and I will remember those days until the very end for me. It's been a long journey since. I do think it would be fun to perhaps have, you know, worked with a trilogy or a trilogy a bit differently. And I mean, I would love to see a version of Justice League without the mustache.
Love you, Henry. Dig in a mustache, buddy.
All right.
I just woke up like this today. I don't know why. This is why.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, right.